Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Delightful day, everyone. How is life so far? I remember Jerry Blumengarten having said, "Tech gives the quietest student a voice." From this quote, we can conclude that the power of technology helps us as students to show our best performance in different forms. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Tryazagita from Nizhomiyah Senior High School. I am honored to present my thoughts on the role of technology in education, as it is the predominant theme. Without any delay, I will now initiate the discussion. Alright, everyone, I'll describe this topic from its essence, aka its roots. As far as I know and I have learned, technology is a comprehensive means of providing goods necessary for the continuity and comfort of human life. It's been 39 years since the development of the digital computer. But what I'm going to discuss is not just around this. I believe that the growth of technology in this era of globalization plays a role even more significant than human power. Its sophistication rivals human abilities, even though not inherently. Isn't that the case? Moreover, as a country's human resource capabilities increase, so does its level of technological sophistication. Naturally, this creates competitiveness that affects international relations, requiring countries to adapt to the evolving landscape to avoid being left behind. According to Thomas K. Lander, he stated that we are told not to worry about automation because it will free people for the more challenging mental activities that only humans can accomplish. But have we prepared for this? If we brainstorm it, this kind of development not only impacts human work but also the educational field. Let's slightly remember the past years of the COVID 19 pandemic in Indonesia. When we usually attended school, we instead carried out learning activities outside the network, namely at home. At the moment, we rely on technology so much. For example, Wi Fi, internet data, and gadgets. Of course, it helps us to keep up with the lessons. Those were helpful in the very certain situation. In contrast, our mental were also drained by those activities. We missed the presence of people to interact with. Those were dark times, weren't they? We're all fed up. From my own experience of facing the obstacles of the pandemic and struggling with gadgets, it felt ineffective and after a while, I really missed learning at school. Believe me, the older you get, the more you realize that face to face learning is more effective and definitely engaging. How about now? Several schools in Indonesia, especially in senior high school, allow students to bring gadgets to support learning activities at school, where it is strictly used for accessing online materials and the practical methods. Undeniably, it is a beneficial way as an effort to let the student adapt and get used to technology for educational purposes. In the Industrial Era 5.0, we can deny the development of technology. As the definition of Industry 5.0, the fifth industrial revolution where humans collaborate with advanced technology and AI powered robots to elevate workplace processes. And as I mentioned before, there is one fascinating development of technology. Yes, that's AI. In the era of rapid technological development, we are confronted with a relatively new technology known as AI, or artificial intelligence, which is now widely utilized. ChatGPT, a prominent example of AI, has been developed by company OpenAI. The purpose of this technology, as cited in their product, is to advance digital intelligence in a way that benefits humanity as a whole. If I define AI as artificial intelligence, but imitating natural human intelligence, the difference is that AI is considered a great technology. It's so brilliant that AI has been found to help with homework, creating solutions just by typing what we want. Sounds cool, right? But it also sounds a little scary because human natural intelligence can now be imitated with technology, insanely developed that it can compete with humans. I feel that with the presence of AI technology as our assistant, the impact will be various. Its function is widely felt. Surely we all know it. What stands out the most is the negative impact. Are you aware? With AI, are we relying too much on it to the point of reducing the quality of our intelligence? Because of AI, many have difficulty solving complex problems in various categories. Our skills are also unconsciously reduced. It doesn't stop there because everything has its own consequences. Of course, technology has an impact on human habits. In fact, it strengthens that technology doesn't interfere with our early habits with the big role it plays. By depending on technology, we forget important essences that should remain within us. Meanwhile, there is always positive impact of this kind of technology. AI is revolutionizing education with personalized learning, adaptive assessments, and instant feedback for students. It also empowers teachers by customizing lesson plans and identifying individual needs, fostering an engaging learning environment. Additionally, AI aids in efficient data analysis, enabling institutions to make informed decisions and optimize resources effectively, ultimately making education more accessible and adaptive. Well, that's quite wrecked our brain, yeah? It turns out that technology has an influence on our lives, especially in educational paths that we are all taking. But remember, whatever is used excessively and unwisely, there will always be detrimental negative impacts. So let's make sure we're smart about using technology to enhance our education. With that, I wrap up with gratitude for your attention and a request for forgiveness if I made any mistakes. Until next time, wishing you a marvelous day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.